Hello everyone, welcome to another video on this channel. Let's talk about the AI stocks again. Now I did two previous videos on this channel about AI related stocks. If you haven't watched them, you can check them out on my channel. But in short, they've been doing tremendously well. They've been doing really good. So if you followed that a couple of weeks ago, most of you will be up a lot, especially on C3.ai. That one is doing amazing, and we'll come back to that later. First, gonna start at Nvidia. We discussed this one as well after earnings. It had a tremendous run up and is now at 401 pre-market, down a little bit. I don't think that says too much. However, from this point on, where could it go? Now, I would be very, very, very careful at this point in opening a new position in Nvidia, especially if you are not having a position already. It is risky at this stage. If you zoom out, of course, everyone knows we went times four since October 2022. So in 6 months, this stock went times four. The big gains have been made. Now, this stock will not double again in a few months. So if you are looking for really big gains again, I would not invest in Nvidia. Also, option wise, it's very, very expensive. If you look at the options, for example, the chain even this week, the 430, the 450, it's all still quite expensive, so it's very risky. What I would love to see for Nvidia and to open a position is to be touching this 20-day. Now, this 20-day has been a very solid support level. You could draw it a bit like this. This is probably how the 20-day will continue to move. And as you can see, since this year, it has been the big support line. So ideally, we would come back maybe close to gap, although in the short term, that would mean the stock would have to come down 20% from here. Ideally, we would touch the 20-day and gain momentum after that. Would be a nice position. However, talking about that gap, it's very likely that at some point, of course, that gap will be closed. Um, Technical analysts always say gaps need to be closed. Usually you see it. I think a good example was right here in 2021. You had the gap in October. You had multiple gaps here, and in the end, they were all being closed. And when they were closed, it even came down much further. So NVIDIA has a history of closing that gap. So on the short term, you could even wait until it touches the 316 again, or you could wait when it touched the 20-day, find support, and you can get a very nice new move up. But don't expect 20, 30, 50, 60% gains from here on the short term. It has gone up a lot already, so be careful about that. Then another stock we discussed a lot, and wow, I did keep the old lines in there, the old resistance lines. Now, I do remember we talked about this stock mid-May when it broke the 50-day, and I told you guys this is a very nice entry point. For everyone who bought there, congrats, you doubled your money, and if you bought options, you probably made tons more. What a great move, and it has gone through all the resistance lines. We had this one at around 28. We broke the previous high, and now we are at 44. And I remember last time we had, when we were talking about resistances after this level, we should be looking at the weeklies, and we could draw the line here, which we're going to draw right now. It's going to be this level at around 54. This is going to be a new level to watch, and we are already pretty damn close there. We're at 46 pre-market, up again, so this could definitely hit that level again, and we could maybe consolidate in the area between the 42 and the 52, 53, and we could settle there like we did in September 2021. Still looking good. However, also for this stock AI, be careful. It does have the tendency to, if it in the end, come back to the moving averages. And on the daily side, those are far, far down. Now this will move up as well. There are is a small gap here, but I wouldn't be too worried about that as the stock has already gone up much higher in the past. But be careful, this stock does tend in the previous ones to come down to that green line, the 50-day. So also for this one, you could still open a position here, but I do see more downside room on the long term than on the upside room. Of course, it's hard to tell where the peak is going to be, but be careful on this one. BBAI, then, I think this is one of the most attractive plays out there so far. It has completely kind of missed the AI hype from Nvidia and the AI stock. It has gone down actually. It had the peak in February at $6 a share, almost seven, and now it has completely lost track of the other AI stocks. We see that it has kind of broken down on a support level, and the next support out there is the 200-day. We saw that in beginning of April. It touched that level. It was the support, so I could fully see this come back there, and maybe from that point on start a move up. We do have a really interesting resistance line, a sort of bull flag, mini bull flag out there with the highs of April, beginning May, and end of May. So for a run up, I would definitely watch for either a break of the 20 and a 50-day or a break of that resistance line. Now, the options are also not too expensive. For example, the 250 is still only 10 cents for June. So that's also an attractive play, in my opinion. However, options are risky, so please be careful with that. But yeah, I'm still waiting for a buy confirmation on this stock. Up nicely pre-market so far, so it's looking good for today. Then the last one is Soundhound, and it is behaving very, very, very nice. It did basically everything we predicted so far. It broke this bullish flag, and now it has touched the resistances of March, of April, and it has touched it in May as well. Pre-market, we are 327, 24, 27. So potentially today we could finally break this big resistance and make the move up to the 450s. This stock, together with BBAI, is looking good. However, Soundhound is actually already in a bullish momentum. So in my opinion, this might be the best AI related stock out there right now. Just looking at technical momentum it has and a potential breakout at this level. And from that point on, we can go to the 450s, and if we break that, go to new highs. Now, again, especially Nvidia, but also these other stocks, AI as well, it's very, very attractive to sell options. So I would like to hear from you. If you're interested in learning more about making money on selling options, please let me know in the comments. Also, if you know more AI related stocks we should discuss, let it know in the comments. Also, please don't forget to leave a like and a subscribe. And I hope to see you all the next video.